Right, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. I have not done a proper planty video in a while, so I thought I'd try and make one now whilst I have a little bit of time on my hands. So I had my first exam today. Well, no, it wasn't my first one, but I had an exam today and I've got some next week as well. So I got home early and I've been trying to think of video ideas to do, and quite a few of my plants have grown like a decent amount and I haven't really shown them closely, so I thought I could show some of my plants that have put on quite a bit of growth, because there's not much else going on at the moment. My propagations, my pepperomias are doing it all good. The watermelon pepperomias, the cuttings that I took and put in the water, they're all growing roots now. Well, two of them died, but right, so these ones, the ones I was talking about, you can see here, I think is that one leaf or two? Oh, that is just one leaf. So it looks like maybe just one died. But if I grab one, just to show, these grew roots a lot quicker than I was expecting. There we are, can you see the roots growing on that? Yeah. So that's doing really good. I was surprised at how quickly they grew, because I'd read on people's videos and stuff, like in the comments, that they take a really long time to kind of send roots when you take them this method in water, but maybe I'm just lucky. Right, so first I'll start smallest plant first. I've only got 4 to show in this video. I just wanted to make it a quick one just to get some content out and just kind of keep you guys updated. So the first one is my Moonshine Sansevieria cutting, and he's finally sending up a new shoot there. And I did read, someone left a comment on one of my videos, and then I did look into it a bit further, not too far though, but that when you take cuttings, leaf cuttings like this of variegated Sansevierias, the new growth will come up without the variegation, so it will revert back to the trifasciata. But and they mentioned as well that it wouldn't work with the moonshine, but that to me looks the exact same colour as this, so I'm hoping that it will come up exactly the same. If you do know, let me know in the comments. I will look into it as well when I do have time, and I still haven't potted this up yet, but he's doing fine. The roots aren't coming out the bottom yet, so I'll maybe wait until the roots are coming out the bottom before I pot it up into a bigger pot. Plus I really am struggling with room. Oh, catch my breath. Right, oh, my second one to show you, which has grown like too much. I bought this because I really liked how small it was. I knew that they get bigger, but I didn't realise they get bigger this quick. I'll quickly pop, it's my Nepenthes Coriana, and look how big that has got. I'll pop up a picture of when I first got it, but the leaves were literally this big, and it was a couple of months ago now that I got it, but it's growing really nicely. This leaf here unfortunately lost his trap, which is okay, it happens. This one's still growing his trap. The traps have not been getting that big. I'd say maybe that, well, this is the biggest one it's got so far, which is not very big in terms of how big they can get. But that has grown really nicely, and that's just been hanging up on my wall. If you guys may have seen this, well, yeah, you have seen this before, but what else? And it's growing a lot of new shoots are coming out of the bottom, so it's kind of like growing new stems, which is really cool. So these are like the vining plants, so it should grow out quite nicely in like a year, maybe it'll be a bit longer than this. But yeah, it does look nice, but I just really liked how small it was before. You can tell which way it faces the sun. But there's that growing really nicely. And they like a lot of humidity as well, and it's always quite humid in my room, to be fair. I did get rid of the fish tank, unfortunately, but which was helping with the humidity, but my room's still really humid because of all the plants I've got in here. Next I have my Hoya, which has exploded, and just recently, the reason I wanted to show this was because just recently it's growing so much new growth. If I can get that, like, I can't really see where I'm looking at, but you see that all the pink parts, they are obviously the new shoots. It's difficult to hold it on the string, but and we've got some new stems coming out here, a new one up here, This one down here has not really grown at all. It's stayed like that since I got it. But yeah, these ones grown really nicely. And the colour in those leaves when they first come out is just... They don't need a flower when they've got leaves like that, do they? That's the thing. But yeah, that has grown so much, really pretty. And it was really, really slow growing. This has been slow growing for the longest time. And then literally, I've got to say, it's been within like 2 weeks. It's just grown about 6 to 8 leaves. So really nice. It was labelled the tricolor, but I think it's either the Crimson Queen or the Crimson Princess. That I don't remember in my mind at the moment, but the difference is that one has the variegation on the inside of the leaf and one has the variegation on the outside of the leaf, but I don't remember which is which. I'm sure this is the Princess, but yeah, that seems to be what my brain is telling me, but at the moment my brain is mush. So yeah, that's growing really nicely. And the last plant I wanted to show was one that I bought really recently. It was my Letizia discolor, I think it's called. And the flowers are all opening. Unfortunately, I did knock one stem off. Did I knock one off or two? No, just one. Yeah, one stem was bent, like knocked, so it was bent over, so I cut it off and I've put it in a glass, like a small glass downstairs. But the flowers on these, they're very like insignificant, but they look really nice in my room, especially with the dark contrast behind. So there's that. I'll try and get some closer up pictures. I'm using my front camera, so it's less detailed than my back camera. But yeah, this is growing really nicely. There's some new shoots coming up. If we can see there, nice new shoot there. I did have one one stem snap off as well, which is this one here. So it's very loose in there. But I did kind of put it back under the soil, and I wanted it to root, obviously. But it looks like the leaves are dying a bit quick, so I'm not expecting that to stay alive. But other than that, it's really nice, keeping nice and healthy, and yeah, it just looks really pretty at the moment. But that's that. Some of my other plants, let me just grab my I've got 2 Scindapsus on my desk here, and I'll just grab those to show you as well. Right, so my Scindapsus pictus here, it's been growing so nicely for the longest time, and then for some reason the new, like the growing stem here that looks so weird, kind of 2 leaves have been like not grown. So there was supposed to be a leaf at this node, that little thing just flew off, a leaf at this node and then a leaf at this node here, and you can see that this one has snapped off somehow, I don't know, but and then the new leaf coming in looks a bit weird, so I might cut that off and then let it just regrow. Oh, there's a new leaf coming in here as well. So, but that has grown, well, it hasn't grown too much really. It's grown a lot since I got it, but not within the last couple of weeks. It hasn't grown that much. Like I say, just that, but I'm probably going to cut that off because it is a bit ugly looking. So there's that one. Looking really nice. It's a little bit dry. I'll maybe give that water when I finish. And then my Scindapsus Enjoy here. This is a very slow growing one, but this recently, well, he's lost a leaf there, but he's recently grown 2 new leaves. Oh no, 3. So this leaf here is new. I mean, and then there's a leaf here that's new as well. But yeah, and that's and then here as well. But that's been in the past couple of weeks as well. So it seems that, I'm going to say it's probably to do with, we're going into winter, and the past few weeks my heating's been turned up. So it's probably stimulating their growth, which is good. But they didn't grow, well, especially this one. It hadn't grown since I got it really, which has only been a couple of months. But yeah, a lot of growth in the last couple of weeks, which is really nice. And I really like that in that pot as well. I just want it to grow a little bit like longer so that it can start maybe trailing down, because it's very like straight across where it's still holding up its own weight at the moment. But yeah, that's really nice. I might as well just do this as like a plant update video. So I'll grab a couple of other bits and show you as well, so that it's a bit more of an update, just to keep you guys in the flow of what's going on with my plants. Right, so if you remember in my philodendron cuttings video, which I don't remember the name of that video, but I showed an example of how to take the cutting, and then I plonked it in this here with the begonia cuttings as well. One of the begonia cuttings did die, but this one's been successful, as you can see. So yeah, the begonia cutting video, I think, did I do that with this begonia? I'm not sure, my memory's really bad at the moment, but the begonia cuttings are growing really nicely, and the philodendron micans is growing really cool as well. So that new leaf has come out, and there's a new leaf at the bottom that's come out here as well. So there's 2 cuttings in there, and then I did have a cutting. Oh, this was the one that was in water. I should probably do a follow-up video of that. But so the one that I took in the soil, you can see they're growing a lot healthier and they just look really nice. And the one that was in water, it still hasn't opened its top leaf yet. But they're all rooted, they're all doing really nice. And my plan with these is to either, oh, there's a fly. I was thinking about putting them with my Scindapsus pictus, and like merging them together in one pot and having them growing up a pole together, because I thought that might look quite cool. I think that this does grow a little bit quicker than the pictus, but I thought I'd give it a try. I thought that'd be really nice. So that's the plan with these guys. Other than that, I think I'll leave it there because my floor's now covered in plants that I've been pulling out. But yeah, like I said, I'm not going to be doing too many videos over the next couple of weeks because of exams, but after that, then I should be flowing them out nicely towards Christmas and that sort of thing, or just after Christmas, I suppose it'll be. But yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this little update, just a really casual, unplanned sort of update video. And let me know how your plants are doing, if your plants are growing weird amounts at the moment as we're going into winter. So yeah, there's not really anything else I had to say, but thank you guys for all your support, and thank you for watching. I really appreciate your comments and your messages. It really does like brighten up my day and make me want to do more videos, so that's why I felt I should get more videos out at the moment whilst I've got a little bit of time. So yeah, also I'll grab this quickly. So my Ceropegia woodii is looking a bit ugly, but it has grown so much. Look at all this, and there is a flower in there. I did have it like wrapped up onto another pot, and that's why it's looking a bit clumped, but my plan was to cut it all back anyway and propagate a lot of it so that the top is a lot thicker, because if you actually look in the top, there's like about 5 or 6 stems, but I want there to be a lot more stems in the top so that it's a fuller like cascade of foliage rather than it all just being at the bottom like that. But that is like grown crazy, and it's really pretty, but it's just a little bit of a mess. If you've got OCD, that'll really like mess you up. So, but yeah, I'll call it there. This may just be my first over 10-minute video, because I've noticed a lot of my videos have only been like 5 or 6 minutes, which I've kind of been keeping them down because I know when I watch a lot of videos that are quite long, they tend to like lose the point of the video, but this video had no point in the first place, so that's fine, right? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really need to like be around my plants a bit more recently, because like uni is just stressing me out and I feel like I'm losing my hair. But yeah, I've been neglecting a few of my plants, so I went around watering them all yesterday. Some of them were really dry, like a couple of my peperomias were really dry, and one of them has lost a few leaves because I left it too dry. But I knew that what I was doing wrong at the time, so it's not like I don't really know what I was doing. But anyway, before I ramble on for 20 minutes, I will leave it here. Leave any messages in the comment section. Let me know how your day was. Let me know if you've bought any new plants recently. Just have a chat or anything like that. Like, I really enjoy all that. I like the community side of YouTube and all the plant people. So yeah, just whatever you like. Just if you've had a bad day, like spiel it off in the comments and we can talk. I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video.